Hi guys, Casper MMA here, and today we're back with another PFL predictions video on the channel. Today I give my predictions for PFL 2025 World Tournament first round, Higo versus Rettinghouse. Now, when I first did all my research and was picking the fights for this card, the card's completely changed now when I've come to make this video. I had to redo some of my picks and that. For some fights have cancelled, some fights have changed. No idea what's happened. I'm guessing some fights had to withdraw on that, but I've got the picks for you guys today. Going back to last week's card, the other first round of this World Tournament, we did pretty well. We only got two picks wrong. We got Nathan Kelly and Berkmahov, or whatever his name was. Both of them lost, but one of them was at least an underdog, I know that. And yeah, the rest of them, we got pretty spot on. So before I get into today's picks, make sure if you guys are new around here and you're enjoying this content, you go down below and hit that subscribe button. It's free and it's much appreciated. So there is 9 fights on this week's card, and we kick things off with the first prelim of Marceli Alves versus Vilson Ndregjoni. Yep, definitely did that right. Vilson Ndregjoni, he's from Albania, 11-4, 33 years of age as well. Coming off a win in UAE Warriors by head kick, so pretty decent that. He lost by decision before that, but was on quite a big win streak before that. Got many KOs on his record, most of his wins by decision though. His opponent, Marceli Alves, a 12-4 Brazilian, younger fighter as well, 25 years of age. 9 of his 12 wins coming by KO. Pretty dangerous guy. Is 1-1 in Bellator, I think. Lost his last fight but to decision to an undefeated Russian guy. No, probably not Russian actually. Tajikistan. But then his first fight he won by KO. So he's a pretty dangerous dude. I like him, to be fair. Many KOs on his record. And I think he's winning this one. Yes, I do. I feel like Alves is going to get the KO. Now, moving up the card too. Elora Dana versus Diana Avsaragova. Now, a Russian woman, 6-1 on her record. She lost her last fight in Bellator by decision to someone called Kish. But before that, she was She was not 5-0, 6-0. Yeah, she was 6-0 before that last loss, and literally all of her wins come by decision. Pretty much, she's got 1 KO and 1 submission in there. Quite a lot of split decisions as well in there. Her opponent, Elora Dana, don't know how you say that, she's Brazilian, 7-0, undefeated, so looks pretty good. Prospecting MMA. Obviously, she was fighting in something called Jungle Fight, which is probably a Brazilian promotion. She had the belt there. Most of the wins come by submission, so she's pretty good on the ground, and I feel like she's going to get the win here. I feel like, she's looked much better in her performances than Avsaragova has, so I feel like Dana is going to get the submission. Now moving up the cards to Jenna Bishop versus Kana Watanabe. Did I say that? Japanese. Kana Watanabe, 13-3. She's 36 years of age as well. Japanese woman. Lost her last fight by submission to Liz Carmouche. But she has quite a few wins in Bellator and PFL combined. She's 4-2 in Bellator, 1-1 in PFL. So, 2 of her losses have actually come to Liz Carmouche, to be fair. So, not a good matchup for her, that. But her opponent, Jenna Bishop, is 7-2. She is 39 years of age, so both these women are pretty old in the fighting game. Bishop is on a 2-fight losing streak, 1 by split decision to Taila Santos, and then 1 loss to Dakota Decheva, who is obviously really good. But before that, many wins, a lot of wins by submission, a few by decision as well. So it's a tough one to call this, really. I mean, it's a women's fight, they're always tough to call. But I'm going to back Bishop to get this done. She is the older fighter, but I do think she's quite dangerous on the ground, and I reckon she's going to get a submission. Now, moving up the card to Mattos versus Jake Hadley. Now, I didn't even realise Jake Hadley went to the PFL until I seen this card, so that's how much I was in the know. But obviously, he's a pretty good fighter. Did lose, didn't have the greatest run in the UFC, to be fair. He had some decent wins, like that Cowell and Loughran win was pretty good, to be fair. But then he lost to Cameron Smotherman or something in his last fight in the UFC, which wasn't great, because I'm pretty sure Smotherman was on short notice as well. So he's been kicked out. He's in the PFL now. But he's fighting Mattos, who's 14-3, Brazilian. He's 32 years of age, 2-2 in Bellator. Lost his last fight to Kasumov by decision, but he's got a few wins as well, quite a few finishes. I mean, he's only went to decision, won by decision twice in his career, so he's got a lot of finishes, but I don't think he's going to be able to finish Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley, UFC level, he's pretty good, so I'm going to go with Jake Hadley to get the decision. Now, moving up the cards to Liz Carmouche versus Ilara Joanne. Now, we've been talking about Liz Carmouche on this card before, a few of her wins. She's 41 years of age, 22-8 record, so she's getting on a bit now, but she's still a decent fighter. I mean, she was on a very long win streak in the Bellator and PFL. She had 2 fight winning streaks as well. Then she lost to Taila Santos by decision. So not the worst. To fair, she lost to Shevchenko in her last fight in the UFC as well. So she's a pretty decent fighter. To be fair, is old Liz Carmouche. I mean, 5-5 in the UFC, 7-0 in Bellator. So pretty impressive, even though she's 41 now as well. Her opponent, Ilara Joanne, is 12-9, so not quite as good record. To be fair, is coming off a win in her last fight to Shanna Young by decision, but before that, she was on a 3-fight losing streak. She's lost to Kana Watanabe, who Liz Carmouche beat. So if we do the MMA math there, I might say Carmouche wins that, but MMA math never works. But I do still think that Liz Carmouche wins this. She's 41, but I just think she's a lot better than Joanne is, and I reckon Carmouche is going to get the decision. Now, moving up the card to the main card now. Kasumov versus Justin Wetzell. Now, pretty sure I just mentioned Kasumov not long ago, 16-1 Russian fighter. He beat Mattos in his last fight, who we've just mentioned is fighting Jake Hadley. He's very good, to be fair. His only loss coming back in 2019 to Charles Henrique, but around that, he's got many wins by decision, many wins by submission, most of his wins by submission, so he's a pretty good fighter. I mean, there's a lot of these Russian guys that are just really good. His opponent, Justin Wetzell, 10-2, impressive record, to be fair, 33 years of age. He's 4-1 in the LFA. He's got, his last loss was in 2022, and he got KO'd, but around that, many wins by KO, couple wins by decision in there as well. And he looks pretty decent, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat the Russian man, Kasumov. I just feel like Kasumov is he's a really good fighter. He's on a winning streak at the minute as well. So I think Kasumov is going to get the job done by decision. Now, moving up the cards to Francesco Nuzzi versus Mando Gutierrez. Now, Nuzzi, the Italian man, is 10-0, 28 years of age as well. 1-0 in PFL. Well, 1-0-1 because he had 1 no contest as well. But he won by head kick in his last fight in MMA, which is pretty good. And that was back in 2023. So he's not fought in a while, but he could have took some time off, got better. You never know. He's got some decent wins on his record. Bernardo Sapage by a split decision, who we obviously know is in the UFC, and he's pretty decent. So and he's only loss in his career came back in 2016. So Nuzzi looks a pretty decent fighter. His opponent, Mando Gutierrez, 10-3 in total. He's on a 2-fight winning streak in some different promotions that I've not heard of. Lost to Cameron Smotherman, who we just talked about before. Who beat Jake Hadley. He lost by flying knee. Before that, he was on the Ultimate Fighter. Lost to Cody Gibson. Lost to Roe Rousers Jr. on the Contender Series as well. So he's not very good at fighting UFC level opponents. So I don't know what it says. He's decent record, 10-3, but he can't do well against high level opponents. So I think Nuzzi is a high level opponent, and I think Nuzzi is going to get the job done by decision. Now, moving up the card to Juliana Velasquez versus Ekaterina Shakalova. Now, this fight was not on the card when I first predicted it. I'm pretty sure Velasquez was fighting Santos and Shakalova was fighting some other woman, and they've just merged them together, I think, because there was cancellations. So this is a new fight, but Juliana Velasquez, 13-3, is 38 years old, so there's quite a few old women on this card, to be fair, but experienced, very experienced. She is coming off a win in her last fight by KO in PFL. She lost her last 3 fights to Liz Carmouche, so her only 3 fights she's lost in her career are all to the same woman, so don't know what that says. I mean, she's definitely doesn't want to fight her again because she does not do well. But aside from that, very good. I mean, she was undefeated in Bellator until she fought Liz Carmouche, had the belt and stuff as well. So she's a pretty good fighter. It's Ekaterina Shakalova, 8-2, Ukrainian woman, is 11 years younger in age than her opponent. Most of the wins come by submission and decision. Lost the last fight in Bellator to Aspen Ladd. Before that, won a fight in Bellator by split decision. So she looks all right. You know, she's got a few wins by submission before that, and yeah, it's a women's fight again. The younger woman could win, but I'm going to go with experience here. I feel like Velasquez is going to come in here. I mean, she's fighting an opponent not named Carmouche, so I feel like she's going to win here, and Velasquez is going to get the decision. Now, moving up to the main event, Leandro Higo versus Josh Rettinghouse. Now, Leandro Higo, 23-6, Brazilian, 36 years of age as well. 13 wins by submission in his career, very nice. Is on a 2-fight winning streak. Before that, he lost to Danny Sabatello by decision. Had a few more wins before that. He's had a few. What is he in Bellator? 6-4 in Bellator. So he's got more wins than he's got losses. Lost to some good opponents. To be fair, Aaron Pico, who's now in the UFC fighting Evloev, and yeah, he was on the not the Contenders, Ultimate Fighter back in the day in 2015. Won one by submission, lost one by submission. So he's an alright fighter. Higo's pretty decent. Josh Rettinghouse, on the other hand, 20-5 American. He is 35, so both these guys similar in age. Is on a 4-fight winning streak, to be fair to him. Couple wins by KO, one win by submission in there. Was on Ultimate Fighter in 2021, lost by decision to Hierstand. Lost to Morozov before that. In a different promotion, he's been on a few good winning streaks in his career, and yeah, he's on another one here. So, do I think he beats Leandro Higo? No, I do think he's decent, but I feel like Higo is a good level of fighter as well. I feel like he's just about better than Rettinghouse is, and I think Higo gets the submission. So there are my predictions for the PFL 2025 World Tournament first round. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. And that's going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.